Hi guys, welcome back to All Things Craft Beer. My name is Piers. I have a part 2 to the Brut Noir beer. This is a beer that is an ale brewed with Pinot Noir grapes and Brut, and then aged for 9 months in Pinot Noir wine barrels. This is from Area 2 Brewing, which is an experimental brewery. I don't know their location, but it comes to pint can, and as for part 2, as per part 1, I am testing this beer as it's warmed up a bit, because this is a wine based on red, so you get a lot more of the flavour and notes when it's warmer. There may be some sacrifices to that, which I will explain when pouring the rest of this beer. This has been left to warm for a little bit, so I should be able to comment on roughly what happens with its behaviour. So as before, there is no head. Still looks perfectly much the same, nice ambery reddish colour. The smell though, you get a little bit more of the red grapiness, more the wine smell to it than a beer. It was quite delicate anyway in smell, but there's not much else to it. It's not a hugely aromatic beer, which is interesting because it's kind of like a white wine or champagne in terms of its smell, even though it's red. That might be because it's a beer. Flavour wise and texture, it's a little bit loosened up a bit. The carbonation is gone, it goes quite quickly. So personally, so far, I recommend for this beer, if you pick one up, you pour the entire can, enjoy it while it's fresh and cold, and then sip on it slowly as it warms up, because this is 7%, it's a strong pint, something that you can enjoy for a longer period of time. Now that it's flattened down, it's more of a slightly winey flavour, a lot heavier on the wine notes, slightly earthy, like more of a wild grape kind of flavour to it. But yeah, personally, for this part 2, this is more of a recommendation on how to drink this rather than a review. So I would say for the Brut Noir, start off with it cold to make sure the carbonation's there, and then enjoy it. It is an ale after all, so it can be enjoyed a bit warmer, and it's not hugely a type of beer where you have to have it carbonated or you have to have it cold. A lot of ales you can have warm, especially based on the history of brewing. So again, I gave this 9.5%. I'm probably more inclined to give it 7.5 now, but it's definitely a beer I'd recommend trying if you get your hands on one. It's a little bit of an education into not just beer aged in barrels, but beer that's brewed with something else without being so forceful that it's disgusting. A lot of the time with IPAs and pale ales, they try and do this experiment and it never works because it's just the hops and they overdo it. But here, for some reason, they've really hit the nail on the head. Thank you for listening.